Kurinji Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
Free bus for LKG to 8th standard.
Free, hygienic and nutritious food.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
Kurinji Educational Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Students, now in this video we will discuss gamete transfer under pre-fertilization events. Why? Because in previous video we learned so pre-fertilization events, two types are there. First one is gametogenesis and second one is gamete transfer. So that particular video, in previous video, what is the point we have discussed? Gametogenesis we seen. So gametogenesis we seen. Now we have to learn the gamete transfer. Now gametogenesis and gamete transfer both are comes under pre-fertilization events. Means pre-fertilization means the processes or the events which occurs before fertilization. Before fertilization. So all kind of events which occurs before the fertilization we will be considering as pre-fertilization events. So there gametogenesis and one more is gamete transfer. Already we have seen in gametogenesis we seen in previous video. Now we are observing or we have started. We started to see the information regarding gamete transfer. Okay, now in the gamete transfer, after the formation of male and female gametes, after the formation of male and female gametes must be physiologically brought together to facilitate fusion. So definitely here what is the point when particular gametes are formed, no? So what are the gametes definitely formation we can observe? So one is a male and second one is a female formation or the female gametes of formation we can observe. So these two different types of gametes must be physiologically brought together. Must be physiologically or physically brought together to facilitate the fusion or to facilitate a fusion known as fertilization. Means here our knowledge point of view, when particular gametes are fused together, male and female gametes are fused together, no, so such kind of a process definitely we will be considering as a fertilization. Next one, in majority of the organisms, male gametes are motile. So this particular point we know very well. So we have seen in so many cases, if you take majority of the organisms, there male gametes, so definitely here the male gametes are motile and the female gametes are stationary. Okay, male gametes are motile and female gametes are stationary. Means here a few exceptions are there. So majority of the organisms we are taking there, majority of the organisms male gametes point of view, LMA male and female LMA stationary SR means a few exceptions are there. So exceptions also once let us see what are those. Few fungal members and algal members. If you concentrate on exceptions, so there few fungal members are there and a few algal members in which both types of gametes are motile. If male and female, if you observe, no, there in a few fungal members and in algal members, no, there both kind of gametes or both type of gametes are motile. Means both type of gametes means male as well as female gametes are motile. But in a second line, what is the point we are discussing? In a majority of the organisms, male only motile and female stationary we are learning. But one exceptional point of view, that is few fungal members and algal members. So there, both gametes or the both type of gametes also are motile. So this particular point you try to save in your mind. Next one, there is a need for medium. So there is a definitely need for a medium through which the male gametes move. So definitely here we have seen male gametes are motile. So when these male gametes are motile, definitely depends on the need of a medium. So medium means here mostly we will be taking which one? Water as a medium. So definitely which is required, or the water definitely required for the transport or for the movement of male gametes to reach female gametes. So thereby here what is the point we can save in our mind? Definitely male gametes will move, or the male gametes move from one place to another place with the help of some kind of locomotor structures known as a flagella. So means how they will move means here definitely depends on the medium known as water. Next one, in several simple plants like algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, so water is a medium through which this particular gametes transfer takes place. Means here if you take some simple plants point of view, so algal members and bryophytes, even pteridophytes, means why? Because even in a pteridophytes, in a gametophytic stage point of view, so what is the main important part of? So in a gametophyte of a pteridophytes also, so here which one is produced? The gametes or two different types of gametes are produced. So here so definitely all these kind of gametes, definitely which one is needed? Definitely water is needed, or here the water is acting as a medium. So definitely which is or which helps in transfer of gametes. So thereby here what is the point? Several simple plants are there, algal members and bryophytes, up to here we can consider. But here in pteridophytes also definitely, so gametes transfer process point of view definitely depends on the water medium. So here that's why here algal members, bryophytes, pteridophytes, likewise I have given a number. I have given like a few names of the organisms of the plants. Okay, next one, a large number of male gametes. One more time you see there, a large number of male gametes, however, fail to reach the female gametes. Means here one point we must know. So here, even though here the male or motile, or the male gametes are motile, so here these male gametes are fail to reach the female gametes. So fail to, don't forget this particular point. So NEET examination point of view important. Even though male gametes are produced in a more quantities or in a huge quantities, so most of the male gametes are fail to reach the female gametes. So to compensate this kind of problems, or to compensate this loss of male gametes during transport, the number of male gametes produced in several thousand times than the number of female gametes. Here the male gametes and even though large number of male gametes are produced, fail to reach the female gametes. So that's why here definitely when more number of male gametes or fail to reach the female gametes, so to compensate that kind of a problem, male gametes are produced in more in a number. So when compared to the female gametes, means here the number also several thousand times more than the number of female gametes. Why? Because even though more number of male gametes are produced, but here all are maximum or mostly fail to reach the female one. At the time, definitely to compensate that kind of a problem, definitely more number of pollen grains or the more number of male gametes must be released. I hope you understood this particular point. Next one, in seed plants. In seed plants means what is the point here? We can say gymnosperms and angiosperms. So, but seed habitat we have seen, or we started to see in pteridophytes, but where in seed plants means exactly, so gymnosperms and angiosperms we can say. So we can consider both the gymnosperms and angiosperms. Their pollen grains or carries male gametes. Don't forget one point. So pollen grains are there, or male gametophytes we will be calling. Emma, so pollen grains represents the male gametophytes. So their pollen grains, which one is there? Within the pollen grains, we can observe the presence of male gametes. Emma, next one here, and ovule have the egg. Means pollen grains which carries the male gametes and ovule which will have egg cell. Why? Because if you see the structure of embryo sac, we will find out now embryo sac so 7-celled and 8 nucleate condition we are observing now. So there one cell will be there. So beside to this cells, 2 synergids are there. In middle, we will be finding of a polar nucleus, and down we will be finding of which one? We will be finding of antipodals. So likewise, male gametes are present in pollen grains, and ovules consist of egg cells. Okay, next one. Pollen grains produced in anthers. Pollen grains produced in anthers. Pollen grains produced in anthers. So therefore, have to be transferred to the stigma before it can lead to the fertilization. So means here what is happening when the pollen grains are produced from the anthers. So therefore they have to be transferred. So definitely what are the pollen grains which are produced from the anthers? All these pollen grains must be transferred onto the stigma. Why? Because this particular stigma we will be considering as a receptacle now. In a female reproductive system, suppose if you take a gynoecium consists of pistil, that particular pistil, our convenience to study, we have been divided into 3 types, isn't it? So stigma, style and ovary we will be calling no. So now here what is happening? So what are the pollen grains which are produced in the anthers, all to be reached to the stigma or the receptacle of carpel or the receptacle of pistil. So before it can be leads to the fertilization. So then only chance is there for the process of fertilization. Am a point you understood now? So thereby what is the point here we can say from the male reproductive system to pollen grains formation takes place. Pollen grains, within the pollen grains, which one we can find out? Presence of male gametes. So these male gametes so present in the pollen grains, these pollen grains come on to the receptacle stigma. So once suppose if the particular stigma accept the pollen grains, so definitely pollen grains germination process takes place. So finally by the falling of or by the formation of a pollen tube, finally male gametes reach to the egg cell and results in the formation or it leads to the fertilization. So that particular information, so we know very well, but NEET examination point of view also we to be load. Okay, right. Now next one, in a sexual self-fertilizing plants, means here what is a particular like a process we can be taken now, self-fertilization. So bisexual plants but bisexual plants with self-fertilization plants. Okay, so there what is the point? Best example, pea. If you take a pea, Pisum sativa, we know very well now regarding this. So in a bisexual self-fertilizing plants, for example pea, transfer pollen grains to the stigma is relatively easy as anthers and stigma are located close to each other. Means if you take some kind of a piece, so not some kind of a piece, so in pieces simply you try to remember, transfer of pollen grains to the stigma is relatively easy. Why? Because here author has given very important clue. Why here what are the pollen grains present in the male, so why they can release or why they can reach to the stigma of a female reproductive system means easily. And here you see that anthers and stigma are located close to each other. So here when the stigma and anthers, means here the male reproductive system and the female reproductive system are located very close to each other, at the time what is happening? Definitely the transfer of pollen grains, definitely it is easy to reach to the stigma. So thereby the pollen grains soon after they shed come into contact with the stigma, But so thereby here last but second line, what is the point? When pollen grains, so soon after they shed, once come on to the stigma, these pollen grains definitely having the contact with the stigma. So why? Because it is present on the stigma means definitely it must get with the contact with the stigma. So definitely, so getting for contact with the stigma. So here in a second lesson already we have learned that this is pollen and pistil interaction. Okay, so suppose if the pollen grain is right pollen grain, means compatible pollen grain, no, so definitely pollen grains get green signal from the stigma to form pollen tube. This particular information we know very well. So thereby here what is the point now I am going to give you is, once the pollen grains are shed on the stigma, definitely coming in contact with the stigma. Okay, so definitely the interaction between the pollen grains and stigma will be started. Next one, but in cross pollination. But in cross pollination, plants includes dioecious plants. Dioecious plants means they both male and female reproductive systems will be on two different plants, isn't it? Dioecious plants, what is happening? A specialized event is called pollination. A specialized event called pollination. So thereby here in dioecious plants, so definitely we can observe dioecious plants. Simply we can consider as, suppose if the reproductive system means male and female reproductive systems are present in individual plants or separate plants, no? So such kind of plants simply we will be considering as a dioecious plant. So in this kind of dioecious plants, definitely one kind of a special type of event we can observe. That particular special event is referred as pollination. So what it will do, sir? What is the importance of this particular pollination means? So the important pollination, that is facilitates transfer of pollen grains to the stigma. So means because of the process of pollination, definitely we can observe which one transfer of pollen grains to the stigma. So means because of the process of pollination, so when these, what are the pollen grains are there or liberated from the male, definitely reach to the stigma of female reproductive system. Okay, next one, once you see there, pollen grains germinate on the stigma, and the pollen tubes carrying male gametes reach the ovule and discharge the male gametes near the egg cell. So this particular information also to be discussed here, the pollen grains. So suppose if these pollen grains get the green signal from the stigma, definitely stigma gives permission to the pollen grains to form pollen tube, isn't it? So thereby definitely from the pollen grains, which one formation we can observe? Pollen tubes formation we can observe on the stigma, and this particular pollen tube carrying the male gametes reach the ovules and discharge male gametes near the egg cell. Okay, ma. So thereby first of all pollen grains come into the contact with the stigma. On the stigma, so definitely suppose if that particular pollen grain is if it is right type, so definitely forms the pollen tube, and that particular pollen tube grows towards the ovary. Why? Because within the ovary only we can find out the structure of a ovule. So that particular pollen tube start to grow towards the ovary and finally reach to the egg cell. So thereby here, what is the pollen tube which is developed from the pollen grain? Now that particular pollen tube consists of two male gametes, so which are developed from the generative cell. Why? Because if you see the structure of a pollen grain, there two cells are there. One is a vegetative cell and one more is a generative cell, isn't it? That particular generative cell produces two male gametes. Why? Because here vegetative cell that will be degenerated. So that particular vegetative cell produce two male gametes. These two male gametes, so definitely so these two male gametes definitely reach to the egg cell or the embryo sac. Okay, next one, in dioecious animals, one more time you take there. In a dioecious animals, a single male and female gametes are found in the different individuals. This already now only we discussed now. Once you see there dioecious animals means definitely best example human beings only. So dioecious animals means what is the thing? So we will be having only one sex, either male or female, isn't it? So there what is the information here we can be taken in dioecious animals, since male and female gametes are formed in different individuals. Correct only now. So next one, the organism must evolve a special mechanism for gametes transfer. So here definitely in animals point of view, for the transport or for the transfer of female gametes, some kind of a special mechanism so is required. Likewise author saying, so that particular what is a special mechanism is going to be taken place, everything we know very well. So next one, successful transfer. The successful transfer, one more time you see, the successful transfer and coming together of gametes is essential for the most crucial in the sexual reproduction is nothing but fertilization. The successful transfer and coming together of gametes, so coming together of gametes is essential for the most crucial in sexual reproduction known as fertilization. So here what is the main important successful method, or what is the main important backbone madhuri, what is the main important thing means that is fertilization. So here first of all gametes are produced, all these gametes are which will be transferred and finally reach to the female reproductive system. When the gametes are coming into the contact with each other, so thereby, so that particular process we will be calling as a fertilization. So thereby what is happening now, by the process of fertilization definitely diploid zygote formation takes place. Now you see there what is our remaining point. No idi koncham important bitra. Okay, in angiosperms and in red algal members, one is in angiosperms and one more is in red algal members. Both male and female gametes are non-motile. This is important. Okay, sometimes seed plants also they may give. Sir, seed plants means sometimes they may give, or if they give clearly means you no problem, nothing. Okay, so in angiosperms and one more is in red algal members. Red algal members means rhodophycean members we see now. Rhodophycean members. So rhodophycean members and algal angiosperms, so there both male and female gametes are non-motile. So that particular point also you try to save in your mind. Now let us start to learn the second event in sexual reproduction. So that is pre-fertilization events we completed successfully. Now we to be discussed, or we have to discuss related to the fertilization process. After fertilization process, so we will discuss, or we will start to discuss regarding post-fertilization events, isn't it? So right, that's why now let us start to discuss the process of fertilization. Now the most vital event of sexual reproduction is perhaps the fusion of gametes. So that's we know very well. What is the main important event? So what is the main important event in the process of sexual reproduction is nothing but fusion of gametes. So this particular the fusion of gametes only, our subject point of view we will be calling as syngamy. So one important point you try to save in your mind, what is that particular point? No, sorry, we are using syngamy word as well as fertilization. No, in comparison of syngamy and fertilization, so to whom we have to give a more importance, sir, to call means syngamy only we have to call more. But usage point of view, fertilization word we will use more, but syngamy we have to use more. So in comparison of these two, so scientists they have given importance to call the fusion of gametes as syngamy. So but this particular syngamy we will be calling by one more name is nothing but fertilization. Means here the fertilization term we will be using as another name, but the first name is syngamy. So syngamy is nothing but which one? Fusion of gametes. So try to save in your mind. Why? Because suppose sometimes if they give which one, both syngamy and fertilization, if they give both means at the time we should not go with both A and B, likewise we should not go. So first of all, we must give importance to the syngamy based on the question. So chance is there to give the importance to the fertilization. So that particular point you try to save in your mind. Next one, syngamy results in the formation of a diploid zygote. That's we know very well. Why? Because syngamy is nothing but a fusion of two different types of gametes. When two different types of gametes comes together, definitely so leads to the formation of diploid zygote. Next one, the term of fertilization is also often used for this process. Once you see there, now only we learn explanation of this one. So means first of all, fusion of gametes, correct name is syngamy. This particular syngamy we will be calling by one more name, fertilization. Oftenly we are using the process of fertilization or the word of fertilization. Now let us start to discuss the types. How many types are there in fertilization? Let us have a look on this. Now fertilization point of view, fertilization two types are there. First one is external fertilization and second one internal fertilization. Now first one, external fertilization. Once you see there, external fertilization, what is the meaning? Fertilization process which takes place outside of the organism or outside of the parental organism. Internal fertilization means fertilization takes place within the organism. This is easy only. External means of fertilization which occurs outside of the organism. Try to save. Next one, internal fertilization means the particular process which occurs within the organism. Now here important examples are there so many. So let us start to discuss one by one. External fertilization point of view, in most of the aquatic organisms, this information, yellow color information, this is up to external, and white color 3 lines, this is internal information. Right. Now, in most of the aquatic organisms, such as a majority of the algae, fishes, and as well as amphibians, syngamy occurs in the external medium, nothing but water. One more time, once you see there, in aquatic organisms, such as the majority of the algae, in most of the organisms, what are those? So mostly majority of the algae, fishes, and as well as amphibians. So amphibians, so definitely we can be taken amphibians also, showing off which one syngamy occurs in the external medium, that is water. So amphibians point of view, here fishes we have taken in textbook, bony fishes they have given. Bony fishes or normal fishes or any other kind fishes only. Next one, amphibians like a tortoise or some other kind of amphibians we can be considered. So there external medium means here the syngamy which occurs outside of the organism, where in water. So such kind of process we will be considering as external fertilization. Next one, in many terrestrial organisms, terrestrial organisms means the organisms which are present on the land, belonging to fungi and higher animals. So belonging to fungi and higher animals such as reptiles, birds, mammals, and in a majority of the plants, so for example bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms, in all these members, definitely what is the process takes place? Internal fertilization. Terrestrial plants, fungal members, animals, reptiles, birds, mammals, and plants point of view, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms, likewise all different means. Here what are the examples or what are the things we are discussing? In all members definitely we will be observing the presence of or the process of internal fertilization. So thereby, so here what is the point now I am going to give you is internal internal fertilization and external fertilization. Likewise the process of fertilization we can be divided into two types. So this is a small information regarding the pre-fertilization events. After completion of pre-fertilization events, fertilization information. So this one, try to watch this particular information, but my request is, so what are the examples I have given till now? All these examples at any cost you have to save in your mind. Okay, monoecious means what and dioecious means what. Next one, external fertilization, what are the examples are there. Next one, internal fertilization, what are the examples we have been taken. What is the meaning of fertilization, and what is the first name of fusion of gametes, and what is another name of the like a syngamy. Likewise, all these terms definitely we have to save in our mind. Otherwise, so why, if they ask means this particular information seems to be very easy but if they give any questions means at the time we should not get confused. Sarema, so watch this video once or twice. Suppose if you get any doubts, no, so when you will be coming here, at the time you can get clarity on those doubts. And take care and be safe at home.